All right, here we go. Our very first Grant's Game Changers of the season. How are we feeling?
We're feeling good. We're ready. Countdown is on.
We're feeling
almost over.
Yes, and we're feeling like we need some game changers. So you're going to tell us. Yes, exactly. Who is going to be a game changer for the Braves? Let's start easy. A new addition for the Braves this year that everyone's excited to see not only how he hits, but how he looks in the outfield. Jurickson Profar. Why is a game changer?
Yeah, let's lead off with the guy who's going to be leading off before the Braves get Ronald Acuna Jr. back. And it is a gentleman coming off an all-star season, a career year. And the Braves are going to need him to pick up right where he left off and do it for at least the next 3 years, because that's the contract that he signed. $380 on base. That makes him, I think, ideal for the leadoff spot, maybe a little bit more than an Ozzie Albies, Michael Harris timeshare that we saw last year. But this is a guy that also has power and can slot in left field. He played 158 games last year. Alex Anthopoulos said that's one of the things we like the most about him. In addition to all the great things he did at the plate, he's an everyday player, and you know the Braves love those.
Hopefully what he did in the West Coast can translate to the East Coast. That's what we want.
Just 3 hours sooner.
That's also a wonderful thing. You mentioned one of your next game changers. Yeah. He's had some issues with some injuries over the last couple of years, but Ozzie Albies is a staple in this infield. Why is he a game changer?
He is, and still just 28 years old. I had to just do a double take because this is a guy that should be entering the prime of his career, and what he's done to this point when healthy is be one of the best hitting offensive middle infielders in baseball. Not just second baseman, but second baseman, shortstop. I'm lumping them all together. 30 homers, 100 RBI potential for this guy. He doesn't look like it when you just walk up to him. You may not think so, but he's got to be healthy. The broken bones last year, particularly the wrist, that was pretty scary. Missed 63 games. You get him back in there, you get him healthy. In 2023, it was 30 and 100. And a career year for him. Yeah. He's capable of it. It's in there, and the Braves can certainly use it from one of the guys that needs to be healthy for them to do what they want to do this season. Underrated,
underappreciated when he is healthy. Yep. Let's move on to our next game changer, a guy who is one of the very few remaining relievers from that 2021 World Series run, Dylan Lee. Why can he be a game changer?
Well, when you make your first major league start in the World Series, you certainly have to, come in and do something else to really back that legend up. But all jokes aside, Dylan Lee was one of the Braves' best and most consistent relievers a year ago. They're losing A.J. Minter, who to me was kind of the conscience of that bullpen. He was a guy that you really depended on. They need a lefty with big strikeout stuff, 11.5 punch-outs per 9 last year, ERA just over 2, career high in appearances. They're going to ask him to do it again, as the kids would say, run it back, and they need some good appearances from Dylan Lee to give them stability getting to Raisel Iglesias in the 9th inning.
I'm excited about your run it back reference.
There it is.
We're hoping,
kids are saying it, right?
We're hoping that Dylan Lee can do that for sure. Speaking of someone who we definitely won't see him on opening day, Sean Murphy. He's coming back from that cracked rib injury. Yeah. He has some very strong statements about how he can return and make a statement. Why do you think he's a game changer?
Yeah, and he believes this injury is going to be easier to get over than the oblique, where all you can do is basically just sit around. But Sean Murphy was brought over to be one of the big pieces of this Braves club for a number of years to come. He's a great receiver. He can also do a lot with the bat, but he's got to be healthy. I don't know if you've heard that before on this show or all of last year, but this is somebody that very much worked hard to get himself back into 2025 and get that back on track. Braves are banking on him making the majority of the starts behind the plate. We'll see a little Drake Baldwin. We need to see a lot of Sean Murphy, the former All-Star, to get back on track in his career so the Braves can get on their track to 96 wins, 97 wins, maybe more. We'll find out, but they need Sean Murphy to do it.
Didn't start the health thing, right? We tried to tell him, stay healthy, but he's going to get there, and hopefully he can be a game changer like Grant said. Grant, thank you so much. Looking forward to much more of that this year. All right, guys, stay with us. Maria's Minute is next.